Bracadiawa, Bracadiawa Shy, Bracadiawa, Bracadiawa Shy, Bracadiawa, Bracadiawa Shy. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem El Shai, Bashem Rokakodash. Double honors apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to you, beloved Akim, that is pushing his word in sincerity and truth, with humiliation all across the far winds. To you I salute. This is the brother, Desire One Bakaju, with another lesson to spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashai, Shabbat Shalom. And I want to get into a brief lesson to the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemashai. Because as we see, on news, we've seen a lot of deaths with celebrities, a lot of death with celebrities. All right, and I was looking on this comments of this video, because everybody was saddened by the death of the one or two of these celebrities from their childhood, whatever. But at the end of the day, all right, these people was in Hollywood. A lot of these people was connected in Hollywood. All right, their time is up. Maybe the left out at work, and everything is off the Lord anyhow. Judgment. When is your time to go? You're going. All right, that's why the scripture says this, right? This is Ecclesiastes 8:8. There is no man that had power over the spirit to retain the spirit, neither had he had power in the day of death. And when you go in there, it says the AI overview. It teaches that Ecclesiastes 8:8 teaches that human beings have limits over life and death. You see? In simple terms, you cannot control the day of your death. No matter how powerful, wealthy, or influential someone is, they cannot command death to wait. Even though Esau may be behind it, but it's ultimately of Yahweh Shemashai. I don't give the glory to no other. All of them was connected in Hollywood. All right, even you had this Dolly, whatever her name is. I used to see the little puppet singing, but I didn't know that was her. The puppet singing on Sesame Street or whatever, and I didn't know that was her. She was promoting the job. And then you have this Panettiere, she might be a devil, or yeah, she's a devil. I think she's a devil. This Panettiere actress, he died at the age of 36 with I think I forget how she died. Overdose, I'm sure. I stand to be corrected. But nevertheless, you had even also this young Jake from Menace to Society died at the age of 50 something. These young people going back, and then you had this other actor as the voice of Optimus Prime. All right, let me just show you. Hold on, let me see. You had Dolly Parton, country music star, gone. Then you have Tim Curry. This I know him. He starred in the movie what's that movie called I forgot the movie name. Oh, with Marlon Wayans and Sean Wayans, scary movie. You see. Then you have Peter Cullen, the legendary voice actor renowned for voicing Optimus Prime. All these dead in the late August. Hayden Panettiere, the actress known for Heroes in Nashville, passed away, 36. Then you have Samuel Monroe Jr. All right, the Menace to Society. And then you have the Players Club actor. They gone back to the spirit world. The Lord ain't no respect to a person, as the scriptures say. So it says that you cannot control the day of your death. No matter how powerful, wealthy, or influential someone is, they cannot command death to wait. For two, you cannot hold on unto life forever. Power over the spirit to retain the spirit means a person cannot ultimately keep their life from leaving when their appointed times comes. The Lord controls that. Humanity, authority has limits. Kings, governments, wealthy people, and ordinary people all have limitations. Nobody has absolute control over life. Only Yahweh Shemashai. All right. Death cannot be avoided by human strength. The voice reminds us not to place ultimate confidence in ourselves or earthly power. All right, the main lesson: life is in God's hands, and human beings should recognize their limitation and live wisely while they have life. All right, but a lot of these people made a covenant with death. A lot of these people made a covenant with death. All right, they made a covenant with death. The scripture says, Romans 2:11, for there is no respect of persons with the Most High. All right, the Lord is the one who kills, who wounds, and he heals. So when it's your time to go, you can go. He don't care who you are. Yahweh Shem Shai don't care. All right, it's Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I, am He, and there is no God with me. The Lord all stand alone, stand on business by Himself. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. No one can deliver out of the hand of the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai. So when it's your time to go, you go it. You know? See, why I see the comments, say, why all my favorite people dying? You know? And I was like, these people, they don't understand. There's going to be plenty more deaths. You know? The Lord is going to call whoever slated to go for 2026. At what particular time they going. No one can stop that. You see? Don't care how much medication they take. Don't care they try the adrenochrome and all that. The Lord, when it's time for you to go, you can go. It says, this connects closely with Ecclesiastes 8 verse 7. For he knoweth not that which shall be. Who can tell when it shall be? We do not know what tomorrow will bring or when our life will end. All right, let's get that. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says. Let's see what it says on the chat GPT, right? It says in simple terms, Ecclesiastes 8 and 7, it means a person does not know what is going to happen in the future, nor can anyone tell exactly when something will happen. Only the Lord, only Yahweh Shem Shai. That's why for us we gotta fear Yahweh Shem Shai and continue to trust Him, but because He controls all things. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen. You know, you don't know when anything would happen. The context is about the limits of human knowledge and control. We do not know what tomorrow will bring. Sufficient of the day is the evil thereof. That's what the scriptures say. We cannot predict even every event in our lives. We don't know exactly when certain things will happen. Exactly. That's why you gotta continue to just fear the Lord and trust in Him. We don't know. This is why we should walk wisely and not act as though we control the future. You see that? And how do you walk wisely? Serving the Lord, fearing Him, keeping the commandments. All right, walk wisely. First thing is fearing the Yahweh Shem Shai in these last days, but because the Lord ain't care whoever you are. You see what He say? You see what He say? And this one of my favorite precepts I always love to bring out. By the Second Chronicles 15 and 13. It says that whosoever will not seek the Lord power of Israel, this the our people. We ain't care about those other nations. This the our people, like the Israelites or the you Negroes, Latinos, you Native Americans. That whoever you is, would not seek the Lord power of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman, regardless of whoever you are, what status you have in society. All right, the Lord taking you out, and He don't care. He's not a respecter of persons. Let me see what that says, right? I just you gotta utilize these tools. Utilize these tools, man. All right. It says, give me a minute. It means Second Chronicles. The Second Chronicles 15 verse 13 means what it means. This happened during the time of King Asa when the people of Judah were renewing their covenant with the power. The verse means that people were making a serious national commitment to seek and worship the Lord. Anyone who deliberately refused that covenant was subject to the death penalty under the law and covenant arrangement of ancient Judah. As key point is whether small or great, whether man or woman, it means that the covenant requirement applied without favoritism, status, wealth, gender, or position did not give someone an exemption. Alright? Alright? So, hey, at the end of the day, hey, if you wicked, you're gonna die. You's an Israelite. Alright? The Lord don't care who you are. Alright? And ain't nothing changed. The Most High don't change. His word don't change. Alright? Okay? So you refuse to fear the Lord and turn back to him these last days, you can get put to death. Okay? In these last days. But yeah, man, as you see all these judgment with these celebrities, the Lord don't care, man. He no respect of persons, okay? I just want to bring out your spirit, Bob Yabashimashai. Shalom.